Ramallah, West Bank. The United States agrees with Israel that fight against Hamas will take months. But officials are discussing the timeline for a transition from high-intensity to more precise ways of targeting militant groups' top leaders. The U.S. envoy made the statement on Friday as America grew uneasy about the rising death toll in Gaza. Following meetings with Israeli officials, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan met with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas to discuss the post-war future of the besieged region. This could include bringing back Palestinian security forces suspended from their work in Gaza by Hamas. According to a senior U.S. official, at the takeover in 2007, American and Israeli officials have been publicly vague about how Gaza would be governed if Israel achieves its goal of ending Hamas control. And the idea, one of several floated, marks the first time Washington has offered some details about its security vision. Regulations in the residential area. Any role by Palestinian security forces in Gaza would result in strong opposition from Israel, which aims to maintain an open-ended security presence there and has said it will not allow the Abbas-led Palestinian Authority, which governs part of Gaza, to gain a post-war foothold. In meetings with Israeli leaders on Thursday and Friday, Sullivan discussed a timetable for ending the intense fighting phase of the war. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant told Sullivan it would take months to destroy Hamas, but did not say whether his estimate was referring to the current phase of heavy airstrikes and ground battles. There is no contradiction between saying that the fight will take months and saying that different phases will occur at different times during those months, including a transition from high-intensity operations to more targeted operations, Sullivan said Friday. He said he had discussed a timeline with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the Israeli war cabinet and that such talks would continue during the upcoming visit of U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. Triggered by Hamas' unprecedented attack on Israel on October 7, the offensive devastated much northern Gaza and displaced 80 of Gaza's population, 2.3 million. Due to the escalating humanitarian crisis, displaced people are mostly stuck in shelters in the south. U.S. President Joe Biden's administration has expressed dismay at Israel's failure to reduce civilian deaths and its plans for the future of Gaza. But the White House continues to offer Israel wholehearted support with arms shipments and diplomatic support. Asked Thursday if he wants Israel scale back its operations by the end of the month, Biden said, "I want them to focus on how save civilian lives." On Friday morning, communications services remained disrupted across Gaza, which telecommunications provider Paltel said had been cut off on Thursday due to ongoing fighting. Israeli airstrikes and tank shelling continued throughout nigh.